Hi there, Dr. Brian here. I'm on my way home on Thursday. I'm getting the light through the sunroof. The sunroof's closed, and it's one of those slightly yellow street lights. So conversations in the car, and it's a little bit cool. So I've got warmer weather, warming up clothes on. Had another great day. Just lots of fun this afternoon with a bunch of people, and just doing things and listening to them in each case and finding a point of ease and relief where they feel significantly better on the way out, and giving them some tips. And sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised by how easy it is to offer some corrective movement or posture that will help them feel better in the body, and just using things that are around the house. So that also gives them a sense that they can do it. They don't need to do anything special other than remember. And one of the women I did a report for, we were talking about exercises and postures. And she said, oh, well, when that pain went away, I stopped doing it. And that's one of the reasons she's not as, maybe has regressed a little bit, because as the prompter of the pain declines, we become complacent and think that we don't need to do the work any longer. And that happens in lots of areas, that, you feel you know enough so you don't continue to learn. You may have practiced your golf swing enough that you don't need to keep refining it. And it's interesting when you hear stories about, say, Tiger Woods, the finest player of the century, last century. He keeps seeing a coach on a regular basis. He doesn't assume because he's the best in the world that he doesn't need to learn anymore. He feels that he continuously can improve by putting effort into further learning and practice. And so there's an interesting correlation between what we might do with a regular course of visits and the concept of practice. So when we reset the body and reboot the brain with an adjustment, now the research work of Dr. Heidi Harvick has shown that an adjustment actually almost like control deletes the brain. It refires the brain and optimizes the brain pattern to closer to your default settings, those things that are built into your phone, that if you want to reset it to factory, you reset it to default settings, and now it's exactly as it was as you opened the box. So a good adjustment does that through the brain stem and the spinal cord, and also right up to the top, early morning, 5:30 appointment online. So it's interesting to keep that in mind, that there's always room for refinement and improvement. And if we're using pain, say, as a indicator that you need to do something, you're really waiting till the car has run out of petrol and putted to a halt. You're not buying petrol because it's down to a quarter, or you're not keeping it topped up just to ensure that you've got a full tank of gas for whatever might come your way. So when we are working with each of our own bodies, it's good to it's good to keep in mind that regular enhancing work, no matter what it is, whether it's you're practicing your French, practicing the violin, getting an adjustment to optimize the joint positions and optimize the neurological feedback to the brain, and give the body back resources so it can put more energy into optimizing the performance of every part of the body. So as we've discussed before, the body has a hierarchy of needs, and if the structure is really compromised, that will suck energy off the table. It'll take energy out of the body as a priority before other needs. So if you want to feel great If you want to have more fun, then regular adjustments actually optimize that, and that would be the common experience of people feeling increasingly good and people wanting to maintain that with some sort of regular maintenance. That's the Thursday chat from the car. It's shorter because I seem to be yawning a bit because I did get up super early a few mornings in a row. Actually 3 out of 4 this week, so that could be why. So you have a great Thursday and finish to the week, and I will speak to you tomorrow because it's published every day. Add value, create a following, and make a change in the world. You can only do that when you speak to a lot of people, not only one or two. So if you like what you hear, share it with a friend, like and subscribe, and keep up to date with Conversations from the Car, decoding your amazing body. Okay, all the best. Bye.